So last lecture we were discussing about dictionary, and but due to some issues, we were unable to complete that lecture. So today we will discuss on dictionary. What is dictionary? What dictionary does in Python and sets. Okay. So first of all, I'll start with the introduction about dictionary. In Python, a dictionary is a built-in data type. We already saw in our I guess in day two we saw, oh yeah, dictionary is a built-in data type. Let me increase the font size so you'll be able to see. So, so in Python, a dictionary is a built-in data type. Okay, just remember that. Now, that allows a dictionary allows you to store and retrieve key value pairs. So, in simple words, I'll say dictionary is nothing but a collection of key value pairs. When I say key value pairs, I'll give you an example with the exact dictionary, that is Oxford Dictionary. Uh, Not this one, this is in Hindi, I guess. Yeah. Mhm. So Google is better than Bing. Oxford. Yep. Okay. So you will see your surprise and the other parts. This one is meaning of it. So this surprise is the key, and this thing, the meaning, this will be the value of it. So in dictionary, it's same. Like there will be a key that is the name and the meaning of it. That is the value. So uh, let's not talk about much more on this. It's simple. You'll understand when I'll write a syntax. So here, if we uh, let's create day5 file. So first of all, I'll create a empty dictionary. So I'll give it a name, Rick and curly
Sorry,
braces. Okay. Yeah.
sorry, the screen is very small.
My screen is not visible.
Visible, but it's small.
Okay, small.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
it's a full screen. You'll be
yeah, yep,
now able to see?
yeah, yeah, better.
It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay now.
Okay. So by this, to create an empty dictionary in Python, we will use this syntax. Okay. So now when I say key value pairs, it will be like this. Let me explain you on draw.io. Let's take in an example. I'll take one, two live examples. So first of all, I'll take the word meaning, money. money, and the meaning will be okay. Now another example I'll take is let's take in an example freedom. So this and so on, so on, so on, so okay. So this money will be your key, and this all this meaning will be your value. So if I want to write this in Python dictionary, what we will do? I'll simply you will use uh, same again. I'll create same now. First I'll write the key that will be money semicolon, then the value of it. Now as another we have written freedom. Now we will use some more such as let's take in an example marks, and marks will be in list, that is 25, 60, 75, 40, etc. Now another I'll want to add something in my dictionary that will be an integer, because all of this one I added list, I added two strings, and one I'll add an integer. So it will be 10, 20. Okay. So we know that if you're using double quote or single quote or triple quote, whatever, we understand that it's a string. We understand that it's also a string. We understand here the key marks having a list that is 25, so on, so on, so on, and one in our dictionary that is an integer. So let's take in an example. This is our complete dictionary. Okay. So sorry guys. I'll explain you some properties of dictionaries. That in dictionary is it is unordered, means that there is nothing that this money will come first, this meaning will come first, or this will come first. It can be anything. There is nothing in ordered in dictionary. It can be anything. It can be also this integer value can be first. This marks can also be first. This can be the first. So it's unordered. Second thing is dictionary is in Python dictionary is mutable, means you can change the meaning of this. For example, currently money meaning is this. This means of paying something or buying. You can change to anything. So it's mutable. It is indexed. When I say index, that means you can access any element of the dictionary. For example, if you want to access this element, you can access it. If you want to access this element, you can access it. If you want to access this element, you can access it. If if you want to print all the keys in your dictionary, you can print. If you want to print all values in your dictionary, you can print. Now, the most important, dictionary cannot contain duplicate values. For example, there cannot be two meanings of same thing. For example, if you let's take in an example, you write money meaning this one, and again by mistakenly you write the same thing again. But here, I'll do small thing, selling something. Okay, so this syntax will be overwritten with this. So in dictionary, it cannot be keys cannot be duplicate. Okay, for example, if money this one is the value is this, so if you write another key with the same name, it will be overwritten with this. And dictionary is simple, so there is nothing hard and fast you can say in dictionary. It's bit simple. Methods are simple in dictionaries and it's widely used. So let's take in an example. If you want to know, this is the four line dictionary. So it's easily understandable. So let's take in an example. If you want to access all the keys of your dictionaries, right? So you can use syntax or for example, let's take an example, you want to access all keys or all the values or okay, one more thing before doing this, I'll show you. You can also make nested dictionaries, that is, so this will be our nested dictionary. So in dictionary you can create another dictionary, you can create list, you can create sets if you want. So you can convert your dictionary into list if you want. You can convert all the keys. You can print all the keys, and it you can convert that keys into list. You can convert all. You can print all the values, and later on you can convert that in list. So all things you can do. So now we will go through some methods in dictionaries. So basically dictionary is this much only. There is nothing much more on dictionary. Simply we will go for the methods. So let's take in an example. If you want to print the value of money, so I'll simply do, first of all, we will print dictionary and check, and we will comment this full. Okay. So it's showing error because it cannot contain uh, duplicate keys. So we'll remove this. Just a second, guys. Let me check. Uh, okay. So we done a mistake. We have to add comma. So it will consider it's a second syntax. Done. Say it's printed. And if you want to check that it's what the type of it's, we know that it's a dictionary, but if you want to check via Python, we can simply type check. It's a class dictionary. So till by here we are confirmed that it's a dictionary and it's having. So now I'll show you if we want to access any of the element of it. For example, we want to access this money element. So simply what we will do, we will avoid this. To access any of the element in Python, we use square brackets. So understand it. And this only we use with the dictionary. So let's print it. See, we got the value of it, money value. Then if you want to, let's say again, if you want to print freedom. So what's the meaning of freedom? So again, the states we got the element printed. Now, if you want to print marks, so uh, we got the list. Okay, so here is an interesting part. So if we are uh, we are printing a certain element of dictionary, and that element we have written in list. So what will be the type of that particular element? It will be list, dictionary, or something else. So we will check it. We will check via the type command. It's a list. Okay, so it's a normal list. So in dictionary, if whatever we create, we use any other data type, it will be simply the same data type. It will not convert it until or unless we use typecasting or something. So now again we will access. So we will try to access this 10. Let's check if it's throw any errors or not. So we got the value of 20. Now here is the interesting part. If we access this another dictionary, okay. So let me double quote it. We got the value of it, that is the list. So if we check typecast, so let me type it, you'll understand more better. It will show you a dictionary, but there's a problem. If I want to access element, this one, if I want to access the element of the name, so how I'll access? So there is another thing that you will use another square bracket, and you can use name. Sorry, I'll have to remove this. Okay, we got it. So let's take an example. We created another nested dictionary. Let's take an example. Uh, um, for example, we created a Boolean dictionary. So in real, uh, we don't do anything like this. But for example, we create a Boolean that will be true. Okay. So if I want to access, sorry, okay, now it's correct. Let me show you. And our B2 will be false. So now if I want to access this B1 element, we know that we'll go line by line. So we are in this. Okay, and now here we got an error. This is due to this is due to because we cannot create boolean in dictionary. That's why it's giving an error. So we'll avoid this one. So but the thing is that we know we can create nested dictionaries in Python. So and same if we created another dictionary in dictionary, so same we have to use another square bracket and we can access that element via whatever the name it will be. Okay. Now if I want to modify any of the values. For let's take in an example. I created a dictionary 1 year ago, and now due to some reasons I want to change. For example, here I'll take a live example. So let me create another. Uh, for example, devices, and our devices will be Cisco 3750. Okay. So 1 year back we were using a Cisco switch that is 3750, but now for some reason we have thrown it due to some end of life or something, maybe anything, and now we are using 4750. So we cannot modify the old dictionary. So now if we want to update with the new value, simply what I will do, we will use dict square bracket. Now, okay, here it's giving suggestion. So we know that we have to modify devices, then equal to sign, and our new value. So our new value will be, let's take an example, we're using 4750 now. Now what I'll do, uh, I'll take a print over here and I'll show you the difference. Or I don't think so it's required to print two times. I'll show you simply. Or what I'll do, I'll simply more modify it and I'll print this device only. So we'll understand the old value is this one, and same I'll use here also. So here it should print 3750 and here it should print 4750. Let's check. See, so before it was 3750, now it has been overwritten with 4750. Okay, so to overwrite, we have to use this syntax. Now, let's take an example. We don't want to modify, we want to add a new value. So it's again simple, but the problem is that we have to modify device name. So if we cannot use the same key, because as we have said, it will be overwritten. So either we have to use as a device one or anything we want. Okay, so uh, so I'll show you again. For this, I'll use new device, and here I'll remove this. Okay, we are not modifying, we are adding a new device, that is 4750. Let's take an example. We are still using 3750 and we are introducing a new switch, that is 4750. So let's print it. Here you can see this old device 3750, and now we have added in a dictionary, that is new device 4750. Okay, so this is the another method. Now let's check uh, what more methods we can see. Dictionary, I don't think so. There are so many parts. Let me close all these things first. In NetMiko also we use dictionaries. Let me check. I guess NetMiko use, yeah. In NetMiko we use to access device data. We use dictionary. See here, it's a name Cisco 881, and there he has given introduced device type, host, username, password, port, and credential. Okay, so with some more syntax, he has established an SSH connection. Then there is a send command. With that, he can send a command and that to the router, and output will be print on your console. Okay, so we'll check dictionary methods. So I don't think so. There are, I guess, hardly four, five, six methods that are popular. One is pop command. You can say removing key values. It's not dictionary. I don't think so. Okay, I'll show you. So we saw modifying, we saw adding, and now we will see removing. If you want to remove an element, so that simply we will use command delete. Okay, and now we will use, we will not use this. We'll use which element we want to remove. For let's take an example, we want to remove this another dictionary. So simply we'll use another dict, and then we will print it. It should remove that element. Yeah. See, another dict, that element has been removed. So we saw modifying, add, remove. Now we will see uh, some more methods. That is, if we want to clear a dictionary, let's take an example. We have a dictionary and we want to clear all of the key value pairs. So it's very simple. We will use dot clear. It will return an empty dictionary. Now, if we want to, let's take an example, we want to make a copy of a dictionary, so we can use copy command, and we have to state that where it should copy. So the syntax will be like this. Let's take in an example. I'll be use CD, that is copy dictionary, equals to original dictionary name, that is dic dot copy parenthesis. So now I'll print CD. See, it copied full dictionary. So another one will be get command. Yeah, get command will be okay. I'll show you get command. So let's take in an example. Before get command, I'll show you again uh, this one. So I'll take smaller one, that is 10. Okay, I'll take devices and I'll print it. So we all know that we will get the value 3750, but let's take an example. I written smaller d. It will throw an error. So when you use square brackets, it's your responsibility that that exact key name should be present in your dictionary. Okay, but let's take in an example. Uh, you don't know that if it's available or not. So what I'll do, we will make another syntax, that is dic equals to dic dot get. Here we are using dot get command, and we will, let's take an example. We will use this device. So I'll remove all this. So we know that it will print, but let's take an example. If it's not available, okay, see, it will print none. So so to beautify the syntax, it's used just and nothing. Let's take an example. If you use the square bracket, it will throw an error. It doesn't look good. So instead of that, you can use dot get command. And if you want to modify the error, so let's take an example. You want to find, but if it's not available, it should throw an output like key not found. Okay. So for example, first I'll use devices. Okay. Again, I forgot to add comma. Sorry, guys. So okay, we got 3750 because when we don't add comma, Python will consider this full line as a single syntax. Okay, so when we add a comma here, it will break up. So now we know that devices we got 3750. Let's take an example. We wrote a thing that is not present in our dictionary. So now the error will change. That is key not found. This is the beauty of dot get command, you can say. So instead of square brackets, you can use dot get command. So as I said, if you want to print full items of, for example, this key values, this key value, this, all these key values you want to print, we will use, earlier I said we will use command dot items. So I'll show you simply with dot items, it will print full list. Okay, see. So you will say, what's the benefit of this extra command? when we simply when we can simply print with the print command, both are same. No, not both are same. When you print with this syntax dot items, it converts your dictionary to tuple, tuple and list, you can say. I'll show you just a second. See, here you can say, I don't know if it's clearly visible or not, but here dic items and then parenthesis list and then it's tuple close. I'll copy and I'll show you in we this one draw a diagram. Let me break it up. See, here it's printed dic items, then list. So this will be our full list. Then again in that list there is a tuple. Okay. So if you want to print all the elements of a dictionary, you can use dot items command. Let's take an example now. As I earlier said, if you want to print the all keys of your dictionary, so simply we'll use dot key. It will print all your keys, and if you see that it's printed in list format, list. If you want to check the type, so we are okay. The type command will be more short. Okay, it's a different uh, data type, that is dic keys. So it's considered as a list, but it's a completely different data type, that is dic keys. Now, if you want to print all the values, so we can use values command. See, all values has been printed. So, as I said, there is also another method, that is pop command. We already seen in list that it will be moved from the element, but it will not uh, wipe out from your memory. So, I'll show you the pop command. So, this pop, and what we want to erase, for example, let's say that we want to remove this. money. So okay, there's some mistake. Uh, just a second. Let me print it again. Okay, it's correct. It's removed the element. So yeah, okay, it will be not understand like this. Okay, my mistake. So uh, I'll again clear it. So I'll print dictionary first over here. Now it will be okay. So what pop command does, as I said, it will remove this element now. So what we have done, we have created another variable and that we have stated that to use the pop command and remove money element. So now we will print this one and we'll print original dictionary. Okay. So we'll understand the difference. Okay. See. So with pop command, it's return the element that is the element value. Okay. Now when you again print it, here it removes money completely. So when so that's why we use pop command. If you temporary we want to remove something, we can use pop command. So it's better to use pop command instead of delete or something. Another command is update. So find our final command, as I said, that it cannot contain duplicate values. So our last method, you can say, will use update. Now let's take an example. We want to update something in our old dictionary. So we know that first I'll remove this one. I'll also remove. Again, I'll go to Google. Okay, I'll close. Same. What I'll do. So we want to add host and username. Okay, in our list. So with update, we can do that. So simply, first of all, we will use the. Let me remove this extra D. We will create first empty dictionary, then we will add it. So here, yeah, okay. So there is no problem, but if it's in same line, so no issues. So with after devices, we want to update it with host and then username. So let's now uh, print. Okay, we'll use directly. We will use dict dot updates. We will not create any variable, because if we create that, it will. Okay, so here it's added host and username. Okay, so let's take an example. We want to update the value of this device. We can use. So now, if we print again, let's see. See, devices now change to this IP and username. So this one is has been ignored because it's overwritten by the new value. Okay. So as earlier I said, it, in dictionary it cannot key values cannot be duplicated. So either it will overwrite or it will throw an error. In most cases, it will overwrite. So we completed dictionary again. I'll recall it so it will be easy. So in short, first of all, dictionary is nothing but a collection of key value pairs. So to write a dictionary, we use syntax like, for example, let's first we will create a empty dictionary, that is with parentheses. Now to write something in a dictionary, we will use sim. It will be a key value pairs. So this is the basic. For example, let me write this key and this will be value. Third, we understand that we can create, we can add different data types, that is list. We can use some parts of, sorry, we can create nested dictionaries also. We can use integer, we can use boolean, but booleans are hardly used in dictionary. It depends on your application, for what purpose you have to use dictionary. It's not like you know, cannot use booleans or something, any other data types in dictionary you can use, but it depends for what application you are using your dictionary. Then we gone through some properties, that is it's unordered. That means that if there are 100 things in your dictionary, so it's not unordered. That means this cannot be first or this cannot be last or middle or something. It's unordered. Any value can be accessed anywhere. Then it is index. That means you can access any of the element of your dictionary. For example, if you want to access this element, you can access. If you want to this element, you can access. uh, and the last point is cannot contains duplicate values. That means we already saw here with the update. If we want to change the value of the same key, it won't update, it will overwrite. So it cannot contain duplicate keys. We saw some methods, that is first method, we saw that is modifying. We can modify any of the element we want. Then we saw if you want to add anything, we saw if you want to clear, we saw if you want to copy and make another dictionary, we saw it. If you want, we saw a get command that gives that doesn't throw any error, and if it's not available, if the element is not present in your dictionary, it will throw you none, or you can customize that error. So we saw items that it prints all the key values of your dictionaries. Then after that, we saw dot key method. If you want to print all the keys of your dictionary, then we saw dot value method that prints all the values of dictionary, and we also saw that these are in tuples. Now we saw pop command, we saw update command, dot update method you can say. Now we saw pop method. Um, then we saw if you want to remove anything, we saw that we use, if you want to remove, we use simply del command. That is the shortcut of delete. So now we will go through sets. Dictionary is complete. So if you go to official doc of Cisco, dictionary is not a big chapter, but it's a small. As I said in NetMaker, dictionary part is this much only. Uh, I'll give you an example with the NetMaker. Let's take an example. You want to take backup of your router or switch or anything, or router switch both. Okay, so and you decided that you will use NetMiko. So you need Python needs your router or switch credentials. So what you have done, you created a dictionary, and there you have listed all your details: device type, host, username, password, port, secret, that is credential, all the things. Now dictionary part is over. Now full thing is the now the next code will check what is available in the dictionary or dictionary and react as per that. For example, when you use net connect, sorry, connection handler. Okay, so connection handler checks all the key values available in a dictionary and react as per that. So let's take an example. You can modify host. No, you cannot modify the host because key will be same because it's binded in the NetMiko library. You can change your IP, but you cannot change the username. So let's take an example. You can write user. No, you cannot write user. You have to write username because it's binded with the backend, NetMiko backend. So yeah, your username value can be anything, but key can you cannot change. So dictionary parts is simple. You have created a set of things, and then rest code will do it. Same again for list also. It's like that. So if we talk about list, tuples, dictionary, and the another one that is that we are going to study. These all things are simple. All things are that if you have a certain list, just you have to wrote down it, and then the code will do all the things. So there is nothing much more in dictionary and sets or list or in tuple you can say. As here also you can see that you have it send command. What will do? It will send a command to your router and then it will print output. Okay, so you got this. You will understand whether interface, which interface is down or not or something. See here again, if you say here it's created a list. Okay, so here it's created a list logging buffer size 2000 or 2010 no login console or something. So with this send command we were able to only send one command, but what if we need to capture show version, show inventory, and show IP interface brief, show VLAN? What we have to capture multiple commands. So that's why at that time we will use list. We don't. So list part is that it will contain all the commands of your router, nothing else. So we'll now go through set. So first of all, I'll give you an simple explanation for set. In Python, a set is an unordered collection of unique elements, you can say. Sets are defined by enclosing a comma separated sequence of elements with curly braces. So, and it's an built-in data types. So sets also comes in built-in data. If you check in Day2, here you can see that it's a set. So I'll take this example only, and we will print type of set. Okay. So here is the interesting part. We all know that if we print, we'll get a set. So what if I want to create an empty set? Okay. So let's take in an example. Now you will say that by this way we'll create an empty set. So I'll say we will print and check. So looks like we have done some mistake. It's giving a dictionary. So that is the you can say magic logic or anything that to create an empty set we have to use something typecasting, you can say, that is this way. And if we again, if we go to day two, let me copy all these things. I'll clearly again, because from tomorrow onwards, we these all basic things will be done. So I guess tomorrow will be conditional expressions class. That is if else command. Mm, so to create an empty list, we use something like this. Okay. So to create a tuple, we use like this. So to create a dictionary, we use like this. But when we are creating a set, we cannot use this curly braces, because it will Python will understand that it's an empty dictionary. To use set, we have to use typecasting, that is set and parenthesis. Again, if you want a different thing, for example, if we use typecasting, so we can use any of these. For example, let's take if we use curly braces. Okay, so yeah, we can use, but it's better that to use parentheses. Okay, so first of all, in short, I'll say set is a collection of non-repetitive elements. When I say non-repetitive element, so instead of theory, I'll show you practically. So you'll understand. This is 1, 3, 4. I hope you guys able to see my screen. So we'll use 5, then 5, then 6, then again 6 or something. So in starting, I said set is a collection of non-repetitive elements. So let's print and check. Okay. So you have seen all the duplicate values, it automatically deletes. So if we are using set is very workful when you want to create a list where you don't want to where you want to avoid repetitive elements, so that at that time sets are very useful. Otherwise you can do your work with list or something. And another benefit is sets are unhashable, means you cannot change the element value. So I'll show you again in practical, so it will be more easy. So we will check properties of set, and sets are hardly usable in Python. So if you can say that if you are using building an application, or you are using Python for mathematical things, then set will be very useful, because in set there are intersection, unions, intersection, and all. So some properties are sets are unordered means it cannot be, for example, it here it can be any element. For example, it can be 6, it can be 0, it can be 1, 2, anything. So it's unordered. Second, it's an unindexed means you cannot access the elements of uh, set. So I'll show you live. So if we let's take in an example, we want to access this first element. So you cannot access this, it will throw an error. So there is no way to change items in sets. For example, if there is a set written 3, you cannot change it to 4 or you cannot change it to 7 or anything. It cannot change. Once a set is made, it will be like this only. And again, it's like same dictionary. It cannot contain duplicate values. We already saw that if you print A, it will automatically erase all the duplicate values. So we'll check some elements of set that is same. If you want to add something in set, you can we can add. So let's take an example. Six already there. We want to add seven, so it should add. Okay, so sorry, my mistake. Okay, see, it's added seven. Now, if you want to remove something from set, we can use same. It's like dictionary. There is no much different, but uh, same. The main thing is the properties of sets and dictionary. That if we say, I'll compare and I'll show you at the end, so you'll understand. If you want to remove seven, which is not present, so it we should throw an error. So I will use six, and we will remove. Okay, it's removed six. So now let's say I'll show you another command in set is discard command. So let's take an example. If we have seven, it will throw an error. But if we use something like discard, so let's see. It check if seven is available. If it's not available, simply it will print the list. Okay. So this is the benefit of discard command, you can say. So instead, so now again we will, as I said in set, there is operations, union, intersection, set difference. So first we will check intersect diagram. Uh, this one. This will be the simple and easiest one. So let's take this one is set A and set B. So set A having some elements, for example, one, two, three, four. I'll show you. Just give me 1 sec, guys. So I'll show you. Okay, I hope you guys able to see my screen that is paint. So uh, let's take in an example. We first of all we created two sets. Okay, so let's take in an example. We created two set, that is set one, you can say, and you'll use 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 5. Okay. Now again there will be a set 2, that is contain some repetitive values, that is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So now what we will do, we will create uh,
We are not seeing what you're writing, sir.
are you not able to, just a second. I hope you guys able to see the screen. So let's take an example. We created two sets first. So okay, I'll erase all this. So first of all, what we will do, we will create two sets. That is set one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again that after that we will create set two, that will be 3, 4, 5. Sorry, and some new elements that will be uh, 6, 7, etc. So what we will do now, okay. So this you can say that it's a set one, and this is the set two, and this the difference. Let me use another, and this difference is set union. Okay, so set 1 contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and set 2 contains 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So union is nothing but this 3, 4, 5 will be. So same intersection, you can say in intersection, that it comes in intersection. So just a second, I'll write. This will be more benefit if you are using Python for mathematical purpose or thing. Otherwise, you can avoid set chapter if you want. So formula will be like this. For example, I'll consider this one is set. I'll write it as a set 3 if you want. Okay. So or I'll make it more clear. Just a second. So we'll take this as R1, this R2, this one R3. So we know that this one is set 1, this is set 2, and this one is union B. Okay, so now again our R2 will be A union B. So if R1 plus R2 plus R3 will be A intersection B, R1 plus R3 will be R1 is equal to A minus B. Let me R3 will be okay. So again, I sorry, sorry guys. I'll say if you facing issues instead, it won't work you much when you're developing applications or writing code. And only this hardly I can say 70 to 80% sets are used when you use some mathematical calculation, because their non-repetitive elements are more required. So that's why we use sets in mathematical equation. So for example, you are making some geometry, algebra or something, equations or something, so that time this part will be used more. So this is just the formula, you can say. Let me share you again my screen. So uh, back to the code, and same as I have done over here, I'll do it. I'll create set 1, and now you'll understand clearly. So okay, so set 2. Okay, so if I want to check union of two sets, that will be, I'll use uh, union set equals to set 1 dot union and with set 2. Okay, so I'll explain you. We created a name and we want to check the union of two sets. So we will check set 1 union with set 2. This might be confusing, so if you want to avoid this set part, and if you want, it's not much harder, you can say. So it's depend, if I want to, so we'll check, so it will say it removes all the repeated elements and print in a single set. Okay, so now again this, if you want to check intersection again, so it's printing intersection, that is 3 4 5 is available in set 1 also and set 2 also. If you want to check difference, so we can use difference. That is 1 and 2. Okay, in set 1, what is the difference? That is 3, 4, 5 available in set 1 and set 2, so it will avoid this and rest all will be printed. Same again, if you want to check in set 2, then we'll shuffle it, so it should print 6, 7. So one more thing is that it's symmetric difference, so uh, I guess it should be available. Yeah. So we'll use set 1 and set 2. In symmetric system, it will avoid the common things, common elements, and it will print out. So these are the some set operations. So there are other set operations also, that is subset, superset. So you can check on uh, Python official decks, set operation. See, yeah, intersection, union, symmetric difference is subset. Is it joint? Hmm. So I already shown you typecasting. So there is nothing much more in set. We have finished today's class. So one more thing I want to say, that we know that you cannot change or modify element in set. As I already said, there is no way to change any items in set. So for example, there is no method. So let's take an example. New equals to set dot add or something. There is no method of it. Okay. Let's take an example. One is present. We'll use 9 and we'll print new. We'll check. We'll use set 1 dot add. So it prints none because there is no method of it. But we can use uh, another way. So let's take an example. What we will do, we will convert our set into list, and then we will we can modify elements, we can access elements, we can do anything what we want to do. We can update, we can combine, we can add. So to make to typecast it, so we'll use command like uh, list equals to um, list, and here set 1. And now if I print list, okay, it will print. See, now it's in brackets, square bracket. So by this way we can, and after that we can use command list dot add. Then we can add, if you want to add something, any of the thing we can add. So by this way it will work. Sorry, guys. So that much in set there is nothing much more. In dictionary also there is nothing much more. So now I will. What are the major difference in sets and dictionary that we will check? So I'll write it out. So first of all, both are unordered. Sets and are unordered. When I say unordered, it doesn't mean that it should be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 5, any of the element. It means that order doesn't matter in that data type. I'll clearly again. So, so let's take an example. You created a set. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, you created a set that is 3, 6, 7, 9. So order doesn't matter. Okay. So it's a valid set. It's also a valid set. Order doesn't matter. So both are unordered. Dictionary can be indexed. That means dictionary's element can be accessed. Set elements cannot be accessed. Okay. So in short, sets are unindexed. Uh, in dictionary, we can change items. So I'll write it out. Dictionary can be changed. I'll write it out elements so it will be more clear. Dictionary elements can be changed, whereas sets elements cannot be changed. Both cannot contain duplicate values. So we also saw these are the properties of sets. I don't think so. There's much more in this. So tomorrow we will start conditional expression, that is if and else statements. So with today's class, guys, one thing I want to clear that we have finished basic things. From tomorrow onwards, we don't want to learn this basic thing. You can say these are the ABCDs of Python which you want to understand uh, carefully. In a better way, you can say. So if you understand this, then with next chapters you will be it will be easy to understand all the things, that is for loop, looping, you can say, conditional expressions, you can say magic methods, you can say. uh, there are much more things, how to create virtual environment, that is the another thing, virtual environment, that is in advance. So by this we have completed today's class. If you have any doubts, let me know.